Hello, everyone. I'm back. Merry Christmas, or Hanukkah, or Kwanzaa. All of them at once. Festivus, the 23rd. Get your poll. I love doing this right out the start. You throw your little grenade, get your rocket launcher at them. You usually catch a lot of people coming around the corner. Get a quick double or triple kill right there. They shoot at a dead body like a fool. But yeah, I'm not going to talk too much about the actual gameplay, even though I'm sure I'll come back to it because I can't help myself when I watch game footage. But actually, I wanted to talk about Christmas and holidays in general during this game, this domination gameplay. I don't know, for all 6 subscribers, I think I have. I didn't put up anything the last 2 weeks. I'd been down in Los Angeles, away from the video game consoles, so I hadn't had a chance to capture, record, or edit or do anything like that. So I came back, and this is one of the first games I played, and I was still in the Christmas spirit. This was, I think, a few nights ago, and I just felt like trying to get as many share packages as I could. As you noticed, as I threw those sentry gun and care packages, and just let every one of my teammates pick them up. And I think towards the end, I get a little frustrated about them not picking them up, and end up taking them for myself. But the spirit was there. You can't deny that I try to give away. And actually, if you look at the way we kind of control the map and control this game, it worked out pretty well. I mean, our team was never really in any trouble as far as having air support and all that stuff. But back to actual holiday talk. I haven't really talked too much about myself on this channel. So a little bit of background. I'm 28. I'm married. No kids, thank God. I couldn't imagine having kids at my age. Although we have friends that do, and they do it pretty well. But for holidays, though, we almost always go down to my wife's house, and she lives down in Southern California, like a little north of LA. And we always do kind of the big holidays down there. Because she comes from a huge family. I'm talking like her parents are one of 10 siblings, 5 brothers, 5 sisters. So you can imagine, like, when the family gets together, it's a little crazy. And by a little, I mean a lot. It's kind of like, I kind of relate it to that opening scene from Home Alone when they're all in the kitchen ordering pizza and trying to decide what to do. And is Macaulay Culkin, his name's like Kevin Malone in that, I think. Sounds right to me. But like, he's just kind of, slack-jawed as this madness surrounds him. And that's only, I think, three siblings in that movie. And so you can times that by 3 for the madness that goes on for a giant 10-sibling family. So we usually go down there and celebrate with them. But this year, it was a little more relaxed. We didn't do the whole giant family gathering. So it was nice to have a much more relaxed and smaller Christmas down there, which is something that I prefer. Not that I don't like the relatives or anything. It's just that it takes it away from, like, kind of being able to do your own thing when you're having to compete with 40 other voices and stuff, and houses get really crowded. And it always works out, as I just completely missed on that guy. It always works out because their family's really into the holidays. And my family, I don't want to say they're hippies, although I could because they drive a Prius. But they don't really fall into that Hallmark holiday, I guess, I don't know, syndrome or whatever. They don't really care that, like, oh, you didn't see us on Christmas Day. So we always go down there and stop by and see my parents later on, and it works out really well. But one thing that kind of came up and I thought was a fun conversation was when we stopped believing in Santa Claus, and we kind of talked about this on Christmas Eve. Me, my wife, and the rest of her family went around and shared stories. And my story isn't too interesting, but I'll go ahead and share it with you. I think I was about 7 years old. Oh, and if you didn't know that there wasn't a Santa Claus before watching this video, then I don't know what to say. Spoiler alert. I mean, it's a Call of Duty video. If you're playing a game with guns, you should know that there's no Santa Claus. Point blank, period. But I was about 7 years old when I found out, and I can't really remember exactly how it came about. But I guess there was like rumblings at school, or I don't know, just kind of like a feeling. Maybe that I started adding 2 and 2 and putting the puzzle pieces together that a giant, obese, nether guy, Dutch guy, is not going to strap on some red clogs and shuffle his way down a chimney once a year while flying around with reindeer. It all started to make sense that it didn't make sense, if you know what I mean. So I was about 7 years old when that happened, but I wanted to make sure. So I filled up my super soaker full of water, because that was my idea of protection back in when I was 7. And I pretended to go to sleep, and I laid there in bed for an hour, didn't make a peep, and finally I heard rumblings outside in the living room that people are actually down there. Maybe there is a Santa. So I grabbed my super soaker, and very Metal Gear Solid style, I didn't hide in a cardboard box, but I did creep open around the corner, and all the while clutching onto that super soaker. And then I peered up, looked over this little bookcase we had, and I did see my parents stuffing stockings full of baseball cards and candy and all that other stuff that really works well in stockings. I didn't pull the trigger on the super soaker. That would have been a little messed up. They're giving me presents. They're giving the family presents, and you just go ahead and drench them. But so I just kind of crept back to bed and told all my friends the next day that there's no Santa. I don't understand actually how kids today, and this is gonna make me sound really old, but I don't understand how kids today, how they don't know that there's a Santa. I mean, the information spreads so fast, not only at school, but on the internet, that it seems as soon as one kid knows, and you figure kids that snoop around are gonna find out when they're 5. I mean, you would think everyone at school knows, or never mind older classmates, but I guess there is this unspoken rule that if you're older and you know about Santa Claus, don't tell anyone younger. It's like the one rule that 9-year-olds respect for 5-year-olds. And I speed up this part, by the way, because nothing happened and got kind of boring. So I had a good holiday with that conversation. And I got a tree for the first time. I've had my own house for a while. We've never had a Christmas tree, so because we're always down away from it for the day. But I realized being in the house with a Christmas tree lit for the month leading up to Christmas is it's really magical. Just a magical thing. And I'm a complete sucker for having a fake but good-looking Christmas tree in the living room, and just kind of gets you in that holiday spirit. Well, I think this video is coming to an end. But as far as me not putting up any footage the last few weeks, I did feel a little bad. So I'll try and make it up and post more than the standard video a week that I had been keeping. Not just of Call of Duty. I think I didn't get any games for Christmas actually this year, but I had been holding on to NBA 2K12, and now that basketball's back, I think I might crack that open and put some snippets of gameplay up. But thanks for watching and sticking through this, and if you have a how you found out Santa wasn't real story, go ahead and post in the comments. I'm actually very interested in how people find out about that kind of stuff, and I hope you have a good New Year's.